Good afternoon, everyone. So I thought I'd come on and try something a little bit different from my floral ranges and my designs, although it's going to end up very designy. I thought I would try doing a portrait with kind of like mixed medium in the actual portrait. So I'm just going to go through a few things of what I've got. I've got really nice sort of thick pens, which is graphite stick, which is light pencil but really thick, really nice to use. Oil pastel for resisting the inks, which again are my favourite, which are the Koh-i-Noor. I've got some gold paint. I've got white acrylic paint. I've also got some charcoal, which is quite nice to use. I've got these graphite pens. Well, not pens actually, they're pencils, but they're quite nice. They're like lead, but they've got like a brown, and the consistency of using them are almost like oil pastel, but also soft pastel coming round, and quite nice. I was originally going to keep this just black and white, but I thought now I might just stick in some colour. We'll see. Everything's sort of, you can change your mind. I've also got these really nice pens. I don't know why I'm saying pens, but pencils, which are multicoloured. And I'm just going to bring in, and you can see the colours changing into the areas and just working the hair. So I'm just going to come back to this because actually that's get me carried away. So with this, I'm going to just talk about the actual, when you're doing a portrait, and by all means this is just very, very rough and put through. I won't say I'm a portrait artist at all, but I'm looking at doing something a little bit different here, and it's something, I'm trying to think of the artist that is put me into inspiration of wonderful ideas. So when you start a portrait, you are really like looking at an egg-shaped head, but most of the hair takes up kind of half the head from the forehead to the top of the head. So your eyes will come halfway between the top of your head and your chin. You are then in line with putting your nose in, which is again about your eye is the sort of size that you're going with, which is you are almost taking the size of your eye and you're going across the face 5 times. Now I just do it as I'm going along. This going round is obviously going around the face. So again, as long as I'm looking at, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 going around, but obviously I've brought it in just a little bit. My nose, my outside my nose is in line with my sort of points of my eyes there, and then my nose is again probably about half the size going down to the lips, or a full size on the eyes. I don't waste too much time making it perfect. I just think if I'm going to try something, I'm going to try something a little bit different. So what I've done is I've done a waft of hair all coming down. I'm also thinking about putting in something that's quite 3D on the side once I've finished, which is just something I had, which is with wire, which I may just stick on and be an extra bit. But I'm just going to try a few things out as I go along, and we'll see if it works. So I was using these, and very quickly I just like the colours because these colours are really great. I got them at Sea White in England, and I like the fact that they're bringing in different colours. I'm not thinking too much, I'm just bringing the hair in. I thought I'd just try and medium really what I'm doing, and just again, oh, and by the way, the ears come halfway from the eye to the nose, but sometimes you don't see the ears. So anyway, I'm just going to go in very quickly and just kind of doing the hair, and I just thought I'd try this out today. Just wanted to go something a little bit different. I don't always stick to florals, although I could put florals all into this, and previously I've done some videos on just doing actually leaf printing and putting it all into the hair and stuff like that. So I'm just going to take some round the eye, and as you see, I'm not too precious about what medium I am using at this moment, okay? And so this is going to give me a different colour eye on this side, because it will, because of how it's turning. So I'm not too worried about making, as I said, this too perfect. But I thought I'd come on and just try something a little bit different. It's good to try things, take yourself out of your comfort zone. And this is when, you know, when you get too at the point where you need to try something else. So I'm just kind of going with a different idea here. So I'm going to just kind of stop and just get on. So I'm bringing oil pastel in, and the reason I'm putting oil pastel in, and I don't really care where it goes, is because when ink goes on it, it will resist, and actually what it's doing is picking up the colour of what else I've done. So and I'm not worrying about the kind of process I'm doing. I'm just letting it kind of flow out. And initially I did think I was just going to go black and white, but actually I'm going to add in colour. So I find when I'm just creating, I'm just letting things go, and it's really important to not get het up on how things are. So got quite a bit of that in. I was drawing with this, which is then bringing in a little bit areas of darker. So now with the, in fact, me putting down the oil pastel, it's bringing out the darkness of the lead. And I actually don't mind that. So it's quite, I have no idea what I'm doing half the time. I just create. I'm not going to see that on that side, so, but what I am going to do is going to bring it here. So, never draw in kind of the nose, it's all to do with shading and light and everything like that on the nose, so I'm not really worrying too much. I've got really dirty hands now. But and I'm just kind of adding in some lovely, I never know what that area is called, on the top lip when you've got your nose to the lips. So anyway, I'm just going to take that up there. I'm not going to worry too much. I'm just going to see where that comes to. So when you do the neck, it's coming from the ears. So, and then obviously you've got your, I've done that a bit flat, so let's do that maybe. You've got shoulders and whatever coming in there. So, I'm just going to have a look. Don't ask me why I'm putting things in. So now I'm going with charcoal. And again, I'm just bringing out areas. And this is probably where some nice smudging can come in, okay, so that you're and you're just going around areas just where that just allows it to shade in. Obviously, if I was really looking, I mean, I'm just doing this from the top of my head. I haven't even got any resource in front of me. So, again, it's up to you how you use your charcoal. But just trying different things just to... It's usually one part of the face is usually in a little bit of a darkness. Okay, so kind of just breaking that. So you can already start to see that I'm adding in, kind of making it darker and darker, and I'm using my fingers to spread. Right, okay, so again, I'll take some of that. Right, okay. So I'm bringing in the pupil, and obviously again, because of the nature of the medium I'm using, it'll be different. I'm not too worried about that. Okay. So we got one kind of bluish eye and one orange eye, but not to worry. And again, I'm going back in around the face. Okay. So very quick work. I'm just going to go in with a bit of the rusty colour. So again, so I'm just kind of... Okay. So I'm just kind of playing with kind of... You could do this with colouring pencils as well. Okay. As I said, I was going to make this black and white, but I've kind of come off that now. So, okay. Following the angle of the hair round, follicles. Always good to follow in the direction. Okay. I'm not worrying too much about it. Okay. And then I'm just going to go with a bit of darker brown in areas, which again is the graphite. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of white paint. So I'm using a big brush, white paint. Just put a little bit. Again, as I said, it's mixed medium. So I'm just gonna, I'm taking it back. I'm not really worrying too much, although I have just done a load of stuff. Okay, so I'm just taking it back to white. And there's a reason I'm doing that, and then I'm going to go back over it. Or I may have just gone over what I've just done. So just again, a bit of water so it's kind of light. Sometimes you don't want it too bright, but I can always just go back over what I've done. There we go, that's that bit. Just going to wash it, and then we're going to go with a bit of gold. 1, 2. Going to stop this for a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to carry on. Bit of gold, white brush. Okay, and water. As I said, this is very experimental, and I'm then going to go work back into it what I've just done. So I've got gold coming down on one side, and I've just got white paint that I've just done over the top to make it so bright, and then I'm going to go back in. Okay, and just do a bit more gold there, going up the side, and then I'll work back into it. Okay, just wanted to have a go. May not use the coin more. I'm like looking at the colours actually. Okay, so again, just going in, doing that. Just gonna bring that down a bit more. Right, and then we're going to go with a touch of purple, just bringing highlight. Got some other colours in. Okay, so I'm not wearing too much, but I am kind of just giving it a little bit more, and then I'll work back into it with it's always good to try things out, and I just wanted to, although it was quite nice before, I just wanted to add some colour, and I could have added the colour in first, but I wanted to see what I was doing. So just bringing in a bit more purple. So again, sponging out. Okay, and I'll call it that. I'm going to let that dry for a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to put a bit of blue on the background, just to make it, okay, a bit of purple, so bringing out the background. A bit more. I'm going to use water, so it's only just a light, so it's just giving it a background colour. Okay, again, just fading it in. A bit fresh colour. Okay, there, right, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, and I'm going to come back and show you the results. Okay, because I've got to let it dry anyway to go back in with some of the colours. So, if you like what I do, subscribe to my channel and make any comments. Quite happy to help. And also have some workshops coming up in January. Bye for now.